Good afternoon and welcome to Boston Asian Radio and TV English Daily News Today. I am your host, Amanda. Here's a look at the top stories making headlines today. All 5 passengers on Titan likely dead after vessel imploded. Leaking package prompts hazmat response, evacuation of Boston post office. Number of mass opioid overdose deaths hits new record in 2022. Union workers at Encore Boston Harbor vote to authorize strike. Green Line B branch will shut down for 12 days in July. All 5 passengers on Titan likely dead after vessel imploded. An underwater robot searching near the Titanic wreck for a missing submersible found debris suggesting the vessel had undergone a catastrophic implosion, killing all 5 people aboard, the U.S. Coast Guard said Thursday. On behalf of the United States Coast Guard and the entire Unified Command, I offer my deepest condolences to the families, said Rear Admiral John Mauger during an afternoon briefing in Boston. He said debris was found approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic on the seafloor. The remote-controlled underwater vehicle later found additional debris, Mauger said. Paul Hankin, an undersea expert, told reporters that rescue crews found 5 different major pieces of debris that told us the items were the remains of the submersible, which was called the Titan. Leaking package prompts hazmat response, evacuation of Boston post office. A leaking package prompted a massive hazmat response and the evacuation of a post office in Boston on Thursday morning, officials said. Emergency crews responding to a report of a suspicious object at the post office on Talbot Avenue in the city's Dorchester section just before 8 a.m. ordered everyone out of the building, according to the Boston Police Department. In a statement, the United States Postal Service said, apparently there was an unidentified liquid that was leaking from a package with a strange odor, and out of an abundance of caution, the fire department hazmat team was called in to investigate the source and determine if there was any hazard to employees. It was later determined that some type of environmental bug spray was to blame and that no one was in danger, the Postal Service said. Number of mass opioid overdose deaths hits new record in 2022. The number of opioid-related overdose deaths in Massachusetts increased by 2.5% in 2022, surpassing the previous peak for the most ever recorded in the state. The number of opioid-related overdose deaths among Black and Hispanic people rose significantly in 2022. The death rate of non-Hispanic Black residents increased by 42%, from 36.4 to 51.7 deaths per 100,000 residents from 2021 to 2022. The death rate of Hispanic residents increased by 16%, from 39.1 to 45.5 deaths per 100,000 residents. Massachusetts officials said this week that they are continuing to focus on making drugs less dangerous and preventing overdose deaths. Union workers at Encore Boston Harbor vote to authorize strike. Union workers at Encore Boston Harbor in Everett voted Wednesday to authorize a labor strike in a continued push to secure a new contract. More than 98% of Encore workers who are members of Unite Here Local 26 and Teamsters Local 25 voted in favor of a labor strike that will begin at midnight on June 30, according to a Unite Here spokesperson. The strike will impact an array of workers at the resort casino, including room attendants, cocktail servers, bar porters, cooks, dishwashers, public area cleaners, and drivers, the spokesperson said. Encore opened its doors in June 2019 with the first contract for union workers expiring in April 2023. Negotiations for a new deal have been ongoing for 4 months. Green Line B branch will shut down for 12 days in July. The Green Line's B branch will go offline for 12 days in July as the MBTA works to replace more than 2,000 feet of track, the T announced Thursday. Accessible shuttle buses will replace regular train service between Kenmore and Boston College from July 17 through July 28. In addition to replacing track at Packard's Corner and between Harvard Avenue and Alston Street, the MBTA said in a press release that it will replace duct banks and underground conduits that provide power to trains. Crews will also repaint pedestrian crossings, bike lanes, and platform edges along the B branch, the T said. Stay tuned for more updates on Boston news as it develops.